Hello, my name is Grant, and this is episode 2 of I'm Losing My Mind, and so should you. I actually remember the name of the podcast this time, and that's a lie because I just had to go look it up.
You also
We,
said you just said the wrong episode number.
no, I didn't. If you allow me to get to that statement, we did an
Uh,
episode 2, but I deemed it incomprehensible
okay.
and scrapping it for a time when we don't have a podcast, and then we could put it as a secret hidden podcast that no one would truly enjoy because it was incomprehensible. We had we had poor mic qualities. We had a person come in here and yell things about washing your hands. It was just a
Mhm.
mess. It was a mess. And even though I want a podcast to be off task and a little bit rambly, it doesn't mean that I want it to be just a mess and be like, yeah, come and listen to this.
Right.
So here we are with the real episode 2. That other episode 2 is a fake. It's a lie. We will never see it. Um,
Mm.
so, but to refer back to the last one, the goal for this one is we were all supposed to come together with two things that were supposed to verse each other, and then we pick which one we think is our favorite, and then we debate it.
Yes.
Um, so example, French fries versus onion rings. Which one you think is better? Or
That's your go-to example, eh?
it is because there's an example I gave you earlier today,
I know, that's what
or
I'm saying. Like,
Bluetooth headphones versus wired headphones. Which one's worse? It's whatever, whatever, whatever. I am here with, because I forgot to do that, I'm here with today.
Hi, it's me, Eric. I'm back.
Alexis.
wow. I'm Jordan.
Yes, these are my 3 co hosts for today. I hope you appreciate listening to us talk what we need to talk about. All right, so raise
Needs a
your
strong
hand.
word.
Raise your hand who wants to go first with their 2 topics.
Now, whenever you say raise your hand, since this is an audio format for both the listeners and us, do you actually want us to say we raised our hands, or do you want to guess who raised their hand first?
Black will raise your hand first because you were the one who first talked. So you
Well,
did
no,
it for
I was
me.
asking for clarity.
Nope, it's too late, my boy. That was your hand raising, the first one to talk.
Oh, is that
See?
how that works?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So what are you 2?
So, because your example is food-based, did you prefer a food-based one?
Nah, fam. It is whatever you want.
It's
As
just
long as it's
whatever.
not corona based or political based.
Oh,
We
man.
good.
Now,
We
whenever
just
you say corona-based, is that explicitly the virus, or does that include the alcohol?
you know what? Just because you made that joke, it's both.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got dunked on. That was
You
rough.
did.
Understandable.
The food one, just we'll stick with your example theme, and we'll just go. Is a float better if it's a Coke float or a root beer float?
Oh, that sounds good. All right, Alexis.
I like are we debating that or are we
No, you get what's yours? What's yours?
What's mine?
Yeah.
Okay. Pineapple on pizza or not?
Okay. Eric.
What's worse, tooth pain or stomach pain?
Okay. And then mine was what's worse? The doors from the bathroom. What's worse from the bathroom door? Is it the ones where you gotta like grab the handle to pull open, or the ones that just push open? You know, it's just like the metal plating and you push open, or the ones where you have to grab the like handle and pull open? Which one's worse?
Hmm.
Okay. So, what do you all want to discuss? Which one y'all want to discuss? Which one? I actually like the Coke and root beer float, and I like them all. So I mean, we can go through them
Mhm.
all, or we can just stick with one.
I figure we'll get a variety of content out of one, and then it'll taper off, and then you could probably just jump to the next one.
Ah, okay then. So we can start with tooth pain versus stomach pain. Which one's worse? I, for one, think stomach pain's worse.
Yeah, because you can like not move your mouth and then not have like tooth pain. but then your stomach's just gonna hurt and it's just gonna continue to hurt.
Exactly.
I don't know. Like I've had real bad tooth pain before, where I've had like to have like a tooth taken out because it got like destroyed, and that's an aching that just doesn't stop.
Yeah,
But
but
Yeah.
like
like
stomach pain, like that's something like everyone's been through it, so we kind of get resilient to it. Whereas tooth pain's kind of a rarity, so when it hits you hard.
I could see that, but I could also see that like stomach pain, that doubling over, especially because like stomach pain always leads to other complications, you know? Like I feel like tooth pain doesn't really like lead to any other complications besides just the mouth pain, but like, it's like it's gonna lead to bathroom issues and all that other stuff because your stomach's just
That's
hurting.
true.
Yeah,
I don't know though, because tooth pain, you can also end up having to have like emergency surgery to get your tooth out,
that
like
is true.
wisdom teeth.
I mean, it all kind of depends on like,
I was about to say I don't have a good reference for that because
Sure.
I've never had tooth pain like that.
yeah, and I also feel like tooth
I don't have a
pain
frame
What
of reference for.
what
might be a
people
lot more avoidable if like you have good teeth hygiene. I might be wrong. I don't know. Maybe there's genetics that play a part into like possible tooth pain.
Yeah, I
But
definitely think it's genetic.
but
Whoa.
you know,
Whoa.
Well, as
I,
far as like Jordan has very straight teeth, so that's likely a cause
teeth
of
teeth layout. Yeah, I'd say it probably has a genetic
right,
component to it.
which I think would make you more susceptible to whether or not your teeth are going to hurt.
That's fair.
Stomach issues could also be a genetic thing, though. So
Well, it could be like there's a lot of medical issues that manifest through
like Crohn's
stomach pain
Mm.
or like
disease and stuff.
IBS and things like that.
Yeah.
yeah. But I would still. I don't know. I think.
I don't have a good reference point
Yeah.
for tooth pain.
Yeah.
So all I got is my stomach pain info. So
Yeah.
I got to go with stomach pain.
I mean, I've had both. I feel like tooth pain's a lot more annoying because it's like located in the head area. So it's like it feels like your head just hurts too because it's just like a pain all around and it's just not an enjoyable feeling. But
I
like
agree.
I feel like there's more. I've had more stomach pains that have woken me up during the middle of the night than I've had tooth pains. Like tooth pains seem to go away a lot faster than stomach pains, but I mean, I may never have had like really really strong like tooth pains. So I don't 100% know, but I know I've had like stomach pains that have woken me up in the night, and I'm like, oh god, like just let me go back to sleep.
I'd say for me, when I've had stomach pain, it feels like it normally doesn't last a long time. Like it might be like a night, my stomach doesn't feel good or it might hurt. But then I've had like my wisdom teeth grow in and that would hurt me for like multiple days and it would hurt to eat. And that's just very irritating and then painful.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go with the tooth pain.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stick with stomach. Stomach pain seems to be what I believe is more painful.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to go with stomach again, just cause only real point of reference.
Eric.
I'm gonna have to go with tooth pain.
So we are
50-50 split.
yup. 50-50 division undivided.
It
All right.
sounds like it's all subjective to what your experience is.
Well, yeah, I believe so. Because I think pain is always going to be a subjective thing, the amount of pain you're willing to take. Because I don't want to ever do it. I don't ever want to have a tattoo, but I know there are people who do have multiple tattoos. So,
And they
that's the
kind
type
of
of.
enjoy the pain.
Exactly. So, pain's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Next topic. Root beer float versus Coke float. I think. Ooh,
Go ahead.
no,
Go
you
ahead.
go ahead. You go ahead.
I personally think that root beer just overall tastes better than a Coke. So I like a root beer float better.
Whoa. But this isn't about the taste. This is about the taste with a combination. You know, you gotta you gotta put that ice cream in it, and that's how you truly know. I grew up having root beer floats a lot, but I think a Coke float. I haven't had whenever I did a Coke float, I wouldn't have a Coke float. I would mix the ice cream, so then you would get a Coke vanilla. So I would just mix the ice cream super hard in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best way to eat a float.
Well, that gets us into a whole nother debate on.
Yeah, do you eat the ice cream or do you blend it in to make a? I do
Do you
both.
make
Pretty
a
much a
slurry?
slushy?
Yeah, do you make
Yeah.
a slurry or do you consume the ice cream individually?
I do both. Occasionally, it depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah, it depends on my mood.
Mm.
I think I've always been someone who leaves the ice cream, for the most part, like leaves the ice cream and then drinks most of the soda as it melts, and then at the end you have just the ice cream.
I was about to say, do you just leave the ice cream? You don't even attempt to eat it? That's the
No,
way
I
you
eat
just
it.
said.
I save the ice cream for last.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. So definitely made it sound like, oh, you just leave the ice cream alone,
No.
and then said, thanks for the
That's right.
flavoring.
Nice way to just cool down the drink, you know?
But I think, I mean, like, come on, like we all know that root beer float is supposed to be the staple, which it is. But I feel first of all, has anyone ever tried a Dr. Pepper float? I haven't. Let's put that out there. But
I was gonna say, but I didn't want to take us off topic, that I think I've
Do we have
had
to
more
stick with the
Dr. Pepper floats.
Do we have to stick with the duality that we made up? Or can we
no,
change-
the whole point is just a
To
topic
start a
starter
conversation.
and start a
Yeah.
conversation. I mean, I've never.
Because then we can get into like a real customizable flavor deal of like which one's better. Because then like, what if you do like an orange Fanta float? Because then you just got creamsicle.
Then you're disgusting.
Yo, I never
are you
even thought
kidding?
about that.
Orange cream, anything is nasty, and y'all should be ashamed of
Are you
Orange
a
cream
heathen?
is
I
so
don't see
good.
why people like it. It just
It's
doesn't go together.
nostalgic. It's delicious.
No.
Aaron,
Wow.
I've never heard you be so wrong.
I've never heard you say something that just makes me want to throw up.
Well, I don't think that's true, but all right.
You know.
I think you're lying, but
You
okay.
got, most of the time I am.
Most of the time you're lying.
Orange cream sickle? Yeah, that's not my jam
Just a no-go entirely.
entirely.
Nothing to do with it, eh?
You never had an orange cream? Wait, you
I
don't enjoy
have.
orange?
I've had multiple ones, and I'm just like, this is not my bag, baby.
You're what now?
My bag, baby. You never heard that term?
I have
No.
never
No.
heard that term.
That's not your bag. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to pronounce and slow down what you're saying because I'm not paying attention. What did you just say?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yes.
I said, that's not my bag.
That's not my bag, baby. Is the baby a
Yeah.
part of
Yeah,
it?
the
Yeah, the
baby
baby
part
is a
I've
part of
never
it.
heard. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard
No.
that's not my bag. I haven't heard that's my bag. That's not my bag, baby.
No, but I'm gonna call you baby. 'cause
Oh,
you're a
okay.
baby.
So that was
Oh.
more of a sensual
It's a
No,
term
term
for
of
me.
endearment. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh,
His
okay,
wife is in
That's
the
fine. That's fine.
conversation.
But who's known him longer?
That doesn't matter. Who did he marry?
Well,
He can't
mean,
marry me.
He could technically, and
No, because I
also
won't allow it. I'm a free man.
trust me,
Keep
I
this
tried.
down.
I see.
It's
Long
before
story
you met.
short, Sprite and ice
Got that
cream.
boom chicka boo how. Okay.
Sprite and ice cream?
You know, if we're just gonna go through
That
the list,
citrus, vanilla.
Yeah,
hold up. Now I gotta look up. Is there a Sprite vanilla drink? Is there a Sprite vanilla drink?
No.
I do not believe so.
I think the only one that Sprite has done is the cranberry
They also did
that
like
they do in the
cherry.
winter, like around
Oh.
Christmas time.
Oh no, but you can do Sprite vanilla at the cool
Pepsi machine,
soda machine.
Coca-Cola machines. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
The new
technically,
flavors.
yes,
technically,
There's
yeah.
a bunch
technically,
of fun flavors at the fancy machine.
Yeah.
I gotta look up Sprite alternative flavor.
Alternative
Or
Sprite.
turn-
I don't want your mainstream
Sanctioned
Sprite. I
by
need that
Sprite.
alternative Sprite.
Mm.
All right,
What
so
about a cheer wine float?
ew,
No, so those are a thing, and I've definitely had them before, and they're pretty
Yeah. True
That
wine's
sounds-
pretty good.
that
good. Okay,
seems
if we
gross.
really want to get into the weeds of it, though, like, what if you don't use vanilla ice cream?
Who doesn't use vanilla ice cream though?
A lot
Well,
of people, because you
there's
gotta
a whole
think there's
different
a
options.
robust.
I mean,
Flavor
I've seen
profile that you
a
do.
place that was like it was a Coke float, but it had cherry ice cream in it.
Now, does it have to be ice cream? What about like sherbets and stuff like that with
No.
orange crush and stuff, like orange crush with like a raspberry crush sorbet?
I don't know that a sherbet would like work the same way as ice cream would.
Yeah, I'm thinking like it has like the same components
So
of like
it
what
would-
it initially
it would-
does. It might not float and
It
make
definitely
that, like,
wouldn't make the same consistency, but it would serve the same purpose.
Yeah. I mean, like, how many people want the Coke float and just eat like that? I don't know what to call it. That
The glob of ice
fuzz.
cream?
No,
Oh,
the
froth?
fuzz, the
The
froth. at the
froth.
top.
The
Yeah.
froth.
Yeah, like that'll be the thing that's really missing. What I assume. But how many people get that just for the froth though? And is the froth really good? I don't think so.
I enjoy the froth. I don't get it just for the froth, but I definitely enjoy a frothy time.
The froth is like the frosting of a Coke float.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
like the best part, objectively.
I'm learning
I
so many
don't think
things
you
about
can
my
ju-
friends.
I don't think you can just throw out the word objectively like that in an opinion-based segment.
You can.
Well,
No.
technically that is
I
what
need
an
you to-
opinion is.
But that's subjective.
Subjective?
I mean, favorite part of it.
Objectively
Any type of
means
float
without
is the
any
ice
room
cream.
for like differences. Like it is 100% the truth.
Oh, I mean subjectively then.
Oh.
No, stick to your guns. It's the other one.
Grant
It's the one you
just
first
fucked
said.
up.
No.
Best part.
Stick to your
I don't
guns.
have a pride problem. I can admit when I'm incorrect.
I
Once
don't know.
again.
I enjoy root beer.
Oh, okay,
think-
we're back.
I think-
We're back.
We're back on topic. Grant. Keep
If
up.
I had to
Drag us
pick-
back into it.
Like my number one, it's definitely Dr. Pepper for me.
That's gross.
Her option or whatever
My
it is you were
option?
doing.
No, me cracking my knuckles. It sounds weird hearing it back.
Oh,
No,
you're disgusting. You're a dirty boy.
I am a dirty boy, but I don't know. I think I would rock a Coke float just because I can slurry that ice cream up in there. Get it tasty and good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to go with you, man.
then it was like, how bougie do we want to go? Because it's like, are we using standard like root beer, or is it like the micro brewed root beer?
Yo, you're
How
doing too
fancy
much.
Are we?
Whatever anything your little mind can imagine.
Little mind.
Oh, it can imagine a lot, Grant. A lot. A lot.
Cool. So where do we land on this?
I landed on root beer. Alexis popped in third option.
She went third
Dr.
party.
Pepper.
She went third party.
BP.
Eric?
I said Coke.
Coke?
Yeah, the cola.
Grant?
He was also cola.
I'll go with Coke. I'll go with Coke.
He's a cola boy.
Yeah, I'll go with Coke.
The Coke. All right. So we've handled the float dilemma.
What was
Yes.
the other
The
two?
answer is put all the different sweet frozen treats into one giant bathtub and then add all of your favorite sodas.
That sounds
Bathtub.
disgusting.
Well, the only way you're
Yes.
going to be able to get the correct blend of using every different store-bought flavor and different type of soda is if you use a bathtub.
I mean,
He
he's not
needs-
wrong.
Or it's a small sample. of each
And
one,
like a
yeah.
rowing oar to mix it.
What I'm hearing is Jordan wants a Frankenfloat.
That sounds disgusting.
I mean, we never called them Frankenfloats. Like whenever you got the drink at a fast food restaurant with the fountain and you mix them all together, it was a suicide for some reason.
Yeah, I never understood that either.
What?
I think it's because
They had names for those things?
Yeah,
I think
no.
it was,
when
no.
And they were so dark?
Everyone just had names for them. I'm not real sure where they came from.
Yeah, it was the act of mixing every flavor together at the machine was considered a suicide.
Yeah.
Never
I'm
knew
not
where that
sure.
came from.
That's really weird, and I've never heard of that.
I mean,
Same.
I guess me and Blackwell are weird because I've definitely heard
our
it be
family
called that
said,
too.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I used to mix my sodas, but I didn't mix every soda.
Oh, we used to go to the machine and it's just dump everything in there.
Yeah, you weren't living until you tried every soda at the exact same time.
Hmm.
But do you do it now?
Well, I know what I'm doing.
I have done it recently.
That being said, it
With
just
one of
all
the Coca-Cola machines.
it just
Oh,
ends up tasting
no.
like
That is just too much effort at that point.
Be about your life.
it was just ended
I
up
mean,
tasting like Coke at the end of the day. Anyways, that's what suicides always ended up tasting like was Coke.
well, that's because
You
you're at a
ain't have
Coke-
no like fun fruity
See,
flavors.
Well, you see
I
what
just cut
happened
through
was
everything.
it was the fact that the Coke, you were at a Coke product machine, and the secret to Coke products, if you add them all together, they're still Coke.
That is true.
Mm.
If you were at a Pepsi machine, it would have just tasted like Pepsi.
Okay. Now, what was yours, Alexis? I forgot.
Dr. Pepper.
No, your
No,
topic.
subject.
Yeah.
Oh,
Moving on, moving on.
pineapple on pizza or not?
I'm 100% gonna die on the hill of pineapple should always be on pizza.
I was about to say. I
Yes.
think this one's pretty clear. You put it
Yeah.
on there. You put it on there.
Like who really cares?
You
It's
ram
just-
jam. Look, pizzas are a paradise object. You can put whatever you want on there as long as it floats your boat. And I'm
Except
okay with it.
oranges. Except
No.
oranges.
Nope, you should go straight for it. You make a dessert pizza like
Just
they used to sell at
because
Pie
you don't
Works.
like it.
You put kiwi, you put
Yeah.
orange slices, you put everything you want on that. It is
Exactly.
the most delicious.
I
dough
will
But it's
thing
not
never-
cheese based.
I will
No.
never
Your
ever
pizza doesn't have
forget.
to be cheese based. Pizza just means that there's a bottom crust that is flat and that you put
Wow.
some sort of.
Aren't they just
Toppings
called
on
a
top.
pie at that point?
Whoa,
Pie
let's
pie.
hold up.
Isn't that
Let's
why
go.
we call it a pizza pie?
Pies are have curved edges to keep the contents of themselves in it. Pizzas are flat.
But they have the raised edges.
No,
Oh,
not if
nice.
you do. That's just an imperfection from someone
Okay,
not rolling it flat.
excuse me. Here is the exact definition from Google. A dish of Italian origin consisting of a flat, round base of dough baked with toppings of tomato sauce, cheese, typically added with meat and vegetables.
So a
Wait,
pizza is not a
Again.
dessert pie.
Hold up,
Excuse
does that
me,
mean my barbecue
excuse me.
chicken pizza is not
Typically.
pizza?
It says typically.
Yeah, because I definitely have pizza that has an Alfredo sauce a lot of the time.
Exactly. So you can't judge it. It's like, oh, it says that's what typically on it, so that's our only option. That's not how this works.
Look,
But
I'm
it
just going
means that
based
you're
off of
not
what Google
traditional.
said.
No, this is what Wikipedia says. Wikipedia is a
The voice of the people.
right. It's a person made. You can't trust it. They're bound to make mistakes. It's like this is perfection, but interpreted by man. Therefore, you can't be positive that it's accurate.
So would you hand an Italian mom a like barbecue pizza and say it's a pizza?
Well, see, I would also talk to this point. I was pretty sure, through my knowledge of random things that I knew, that pizza wasn't like a super Italian thing, but more of an Italian-American thing, and then it retroactively went back to Italy.
Anyways,
No, I just found a. Oh no, wait, never mind. That was a definition for pie. Anyways, I don't know.
But so yeah, pizza, pineapples, whatever
Yeah.
floats your boat.
My theory. It's your pizza you paying for, you just fuck it up.
Except you put oranges on it, then I'm not talking to you.
Fight me.
I don't know. I just can't see how, in any situation, orange would go well on a pizza.
So
I
a
tell
dessert pizza?
I tell you,
Exactly.
the dessert
See?
pizza from Pieworks.
I went
You
to
get like
Fireworks.
a dessert pizza, maybe like a little chocolate as a sauce. Chocolate and oranges go.
All right, so
delicious
here's
That's
how
together.
disgusting.
it was.
You're
it was
grossing
What?
me out.
It was a semi-sweet layer of cream cheese on the bottom.
Oh my
Had
god.
kiwi slices on it. Had orange slices, a few other fruit slices, and then the topping that you could add onto it was dark chocolate, small kisses, the little Hershey. Oh, they weren't Hershey Kiss brand, but they were small dark chocolate pieces in the shape of kisses that you could sprinkle on top, and it was the most majestic pizza ever.
Was it actual pizza, like regular bread dough, or was it like a cinnamon?
No, it was not a flavored dough, but it was not a standard pizza dough. Well, it might have been. They just didn't put like olive oil on it. Because it was just like a bread substance. It was not like a sweet substance by itself.
I'm still with Grant. I don't see how oranges could be good.
Well, you're
Okay,
both
better
heathens,
question
so-
is, does what did you just say?
What? I called you a heathen.
Okay. Better question is, pizza always has to be hot or warm, right?
No.
No, this is a terrible question for Jordan because he thinks everything should be eaten cold.
What I'm saying, I'm not saying that it can't be reheated or eaten later. I'm saying when you first initially get the pizza, it comes out hot and warm, right?
Well, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Because I thought you were going to be on some wild stuff saying you eat some weird dessert pizza that's cold.
Oh no, that dessert pizza was definitely cold.
Wow. Then it's not pizza.
I bet it was a little bit warm.
It was not a little bit warm. It had chilled cream cheese on it with chilled fruits on it.
Then that's not a pizza. That's a lie. That's a pie. That's a pie flattened out.
Excuse me?
That's
Are
a
all
pie
your pies cold, son?
I'm with Grant on this.
You want some cold apple pie, Grant?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're-
And I'll put
you're-
ice cream on top of it.
You're an animal.
Make it colder.
On cold,
Then
on the
that
cold
way you
apple
don't have
pie.
to worry. That way you don't have to worry about the ice cream.
Melting. Exactly. She
It's
understands.
supposed to melt so it mixes with the contents inside.
Yeah,
to
but
make
not so fast.
combo.
But what if I want it separated?
Yeah.
Then don't put it on the same plate, you scrub.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Oh my god.
But then that's double the dishes.
Do you hear these? You don't do dishes anyway.
This is not the place for that.
You're gonna get someone murdered on our podcast.
Mhm.
She's got a knife.
Oh no.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do what? I don't know what you're referring to. I'm just making sure if I go, people know.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're
Okay.
gonna get him some Crime Stoppers money.
Oh boy.
End up on TMZ later on. Yo, what the heck? Data. Small
Who?
people-
P
Don't-
data.
Never mind. Don't listen to me.
So we're off topic again.
Yeah,
Grant's off topic.
I'm off topic. What? There's something called Pieta.
Pita?
P.
PITA?
No, it's Pizzet. I mean Pizzetta.
Pizzetta?
Pizzetta. It's a small
Oh,
pizza
is that
that
cookie?
No, it's a small pizza that can range in size, such as finger foods to 3 inches in diameter.
Man,
to that of a,
that's those are bagel bites. You get that out of here. Because when pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime.
But will that pizza be hot or cold?
Oh, they pizza bites. It don't matter how long they've been in the oven. They cold.
I'm thinking of Pizzelle.
what the heck is Pizzelle?
Sorry, when you first start talking, I didn't let you finish Pizzetta, so I didn't hear the TT. I
Mm,
thought you said LL. Pizzelles
No.
are like a sugar Italian.
last one. Which one's worse? The pushy door, the one that's just got the little metal plate, on the door and then you push it open, or the ones where you have to grab on a handle and pull open yourself?
Okay, so whenever you first started to say this question, I thought you were going to get into the real question about bathroom doors.
What's
And
what's the real
and
question?
the real question is, I mean, I guess it's not a duality question, which is why you didn't do it, but I thought you were going to somehow bring up the topic of why do all the bathroom stalls have cracks in it so people can look inside?
I mean,
Because
That's
it's
what I-
common
To make
courtesy
sure you're
not
not
to actually
stealing
look
drugs.
inside.
It may be common courtesy, but they could just make the doors actually go together so that you can't look inside.
I mean, they're doing that in a lot of modern places now, where they're doing the same thing they do with bathroom, airplane bathroom doors, where it's just now an occupied little thingy on the front now. So they're going away, but then the better question is why in the first place were those ever a functioning thing?
Right,
Right.
that's my point. Like, why? Whoever designed this is like, oh, the door doesn't line up with this, boss, and it's fine. Just ship it. It's fine.
Maybe because it was based off, because it's not like an actual door, it's like a solid thing. So maybe they paid based on the square footage of how solid, based on the square footage. So maybe they're like, oh well, we'll charge you, maybe because you're not getting a full door, we're just going to charge you less for it.
I
Or
mean, it is
whatever.
materials, so less materials equals
Yeah.
saving.
But
Except
you
when
think
it-
at that point they would just constrict the whole thing slightly so that it still fit together properly and just save money by restricting it all over, opposed to just taking a chunk out of the door and being like cheaper.
I mean, it sucks when you're 6 foot tall and sometimes you can stand in there and you're looking over. It's just weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, why are you doing that? Don't be weird. Just go to the fucking bathroom.
Well, excuse me, if you're standing at the toilet and your head's
If
just,
I'm standing at the toilet,
am I
toilet.
supposed to crunch over every time I need to use the bathroom?
When you're standing, are you trying to tell me you stand in the toilet?
What?
You don't-
nah.
Yes, I actively
There's
Like you go into the stall,
I
and
actively
you
Uh-huh.
stand
stand up,
with
and
both
then
feet.
you do your
You know what?
business.
You know what? I actively stand with both feet in the toilet just so I can show dominance. I make
Then
sure I
you're
make sure
wrong.
I
on
see
some
everybody in there
levels.
making eye contact with them all and telling them this is my bathroom. Get out while I do my business.
My business.
I mean, you know what? People will probably leave.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
a crazy
it
man. He
probably
might
is
murder us.
a good plan.
But I make sure I take off my shoes because I don't want to make my shoes wet.
Oh, I don't shake off my shoes because I like the squeaky sounds it makes afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
But I don't want to bother people. I just want to, I just want to show dominance in the bathroom. That's the only true place I feel
Just in the bathroom.
powerful. So I
Gotta
gotta
claim my territory.
exactly.
So what do you do when there's like the stalls, like, I don't know, occupied?
That's when I have
Sorry, I
a
don't
Bluetooth
understand.
speaker in my backpack, and then I just go and then make sure they all hear it.
I don't,
Hey.
under- I don't understand
Good
your
to know.
concept of occupied. I mean, all the doors have that slot so you can see inside,
Exactly.
and then you can reach
Like
through that little
lock,
slot. You can reach through that little
occupied.
slot.
I'm
Or you can
sorry,
see
what
through to slide it
stalls are you using where you can reach through the slot?
You could put a finger through most
You
of
can
them.
definitely put a finger through
Yeah.
like all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just wiggle it, and then because just those
Yeah.
little cheap locks that are just push, you just go boop the other way, and then you unlock the door.
And then
Yeah.
Why
So
are we
there's-
breaking into stalls that are occupied?
well, Eric just said that like it was occupied, like Grant couldn't still go in there, and I'm just like, well,
I'm
he
just
could if he
saying,
wanted
does
Yeah,
to.
and also there are weird
Does he show
scenarios.
his dominance against the guy that's like using it, or what?
Then there's also possible weird scenarios where people lock the stall and then crawl underneath it. I'm pretty sure there is weird scenarios out there. It's
Yeah.
not that hard, especially because, like Blacko said, there's enough space for you to look between or underneath. You just
Well, like
lock
that
it.
time in middle school where I was using the restroom and like the kid just like I just looked up and there's like a kid over the bathroom wall like staring down at me.
Exactly. Or
It's
you
like,
walk,
hello?
you jump in it, or you crawl underneath it and you lock it from the inside because you're like, hee, no one can use it now, but I won't actually see the joke, but I know it's going to be funny because someone's not going to be able to get in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was more of a problem maybe in school.
Hey.
No, I did that the last time we went to the movie theater.
Yeah, what you're saying that children aren't part of the world? You're saying that we don't go to the same places children go?
Well, yeah, but they're probably more likely to play those pranks on fellow children rather than like go to a public place and then they'll never hear from the person who they pranked.
Have you not seen TikTok videos?
Oh yeah. I guess that's a good point.
Remember that whole
Exactly.
edition of Do It for the Vine?
Oh my god. Or the people who would take milk jugs and they pretend to trip and just bust them on the ground.
Yeah.
And just waste gallons of milk
Yeah.
for the Vine.
Or the one that happened literally last year that girl like licked ice cream and then put it back in the freezer.
Or like that time Ariana Grande licked that donut and put it back.
Yo, that's
Look,
so
we're
weird.
not gonna bring that up. Okay, she's a changed woman. She's apologized.
hold
She's
up.
never done it again.
Okay,
She apologized
hold
because
up.
she got caught.
Yeah. That is true.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but maybe that was what she needed.
Second off, she was sitting there complaining in that video about how Americans are so fat, and she's waiting in line at a donut store. Stop it.
Okay, this happened in what, like 2014?
Hold up. No, it's 2015. So it wasn't
Still
even
relevant.
completely 5 years ago. You know.
But she wasn't wrong.
I didn't say she was wrong here.
Look, she just
He licks a
everyone
donut
likes a
5
donut.
years
Who
ago.
doesn't like donuts?
She
I mean,
made one
that's true.
mistake.
She was
And she was-
21. Come on. She was 21. She was old enough to be she's old enough to be an adult. She should have
Yes,
known
but
not to
she
lick
was
those donuts.
one of those childhood actresses and whatnot, so she probably
This is-
didn't get socialized like you normally do in
What?
regular
So you-
public school.
That don't
I-
matter. Who you
I
got?
think that she grew up a little
Yeah.
later than everybody else
So you're
would.
saying that
Oh my.
that
I
just
didn't
because she
realize
was
that
rich
people
and
who didn't go to public schools didn't know not to lick
L-
donuts in shops.
yeah,
No, I didn't say that.
not
I'm
to
not
lick other people's
justifying-
stuff.
I'm not justifying her actions. I'm just saying, well, I don't think we need to be bringing it up 5 years later.
That happens constantly. And I mean, we're just having a conversation. We're not going to tweet at her like, "Hey, Ari, do you remember that time you licked donuts? You still doing that?" I just want to know for my podcast.
I know, but if she ever hears this podcast, I don't want her to be like, "Oh, that girl was part of that conversation."
I definitely don't think
If we
Ariana
ever
Grande
blow up,
is listening.
if Alexis ever blows up on an individual basis, she doesn't want to have to explain herself to Ariana Grande.
Oh, 100%. I would.
Exactly.
100%. I would use this against
You did
you, so
something
I can make some
disgusting.
money for myself. So it'd be on TMZ and be Alexis.
Gotta get my own clout by sitting there throwing you under the bus.
Wow.
It'd be on TMZ. Alexis, friends with Ariana Grande, said in a 2020 podcast how she's a weirdo for licking donuts 5 years prior.
I didn't say that. I've been.
So you didn't call
I
her
have
weird?
been. No, it's not. Yes, okay. It was not a good thing to do. It wasn't a good thing to do.
So she
But
is not
I'm
weird.
not gonna. I don't think we need to be bringing it up.
Okay, so what you're saying is she's not weird, right?
I don't think she's weird. I think she
There we
did
go.
one
She
weird
used the word
thing.
weird. Ding, 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 ding. She used the word weird. Ariana's weird. You heard it here. That's all.
Welcome to TMZ titles, where we take
Yeah.
random words you say and compile them into a different story.
Yeah, that's all I was waiting for.
I quit.
Welcome to my clickbait title.
So if you quit now, then you'll never meet Ariana. You got to be on this podcast forever and ever.
Okay, but just let the record show that I'm a big fan of Ariana, and I think that she's grown since the donut incident.
But let it be known that
I'll just at her this episode.
Yep. But let it be known, regardless of how much she's grown in her history, in her time, there's video footage of her licking donuts. And that's all we need. That's all that needs to be said. You know, no matter what, there's still video footage. Her licking a donut.
Yes, yes, yes. Next topic, please.
I think that was all four, wasn't it?
It indeed was all four.
So we didn't
Yeah.
answer the original question, but yeah,
What was the original question?
the push
The
door
open or
grant.
push.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really
Oh.
see a difference between the two. I mean, the
Oh
push
my
one's more
God.
sanitary because it's easier to do and open it.
Exactly. See, it feels like that's a more sanitary thing. Or at least put like what do people like normally, like when they grab the door handle when it's the pull ones, don't they like normally like get a paper towel and then pull it open, then close the thing? I mean, then put it in your trash?
If you're being sanitary,
people
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
You use
Yeah.
the paper towel that you use to dry off your hands to grab the door handle. Then you hold open the door with your foot, and then you lean back to the trash can and put the paper towel on it.
Why why doesn't every door now have the whole like what's that thing? What's
The
the whole
foot
thing that
grab?
people do? No. The button, the button for
The
people.
handicap accessible
Yup.
button?
Yep, auto door openers for every
Why aren't
bathroom.
all doors automatic doors?
Yup. All doors, automatic doors.
I agree.
Because that's some money right there, my guy.
I think all the bathroom doors should be those automatically like slide open doors like at grocery stores, but it like hides itself inside the wall.
That actually sounds like that's fire. I'm not even gonna lie.
My futuristic restaurant idea.
Oh, they could be doors from like spaceships. It could be a sci-fi themed restaurant. So all the doors that slide and it makes that pew noise.
I'd be down for that.
Or we could go the Douglas Adam route, where all the doors that open make it sound like they're really like relaxed and like satisfied with life. They're just like,
I feel like I'd be uncomfortable with that. The restaurant would have to be an ASMR restaurant. So
all the other robots hate those doors for being so content with life.
So you'd have everyone has to wear headphones while they're eating, and there's a microphone on the table, so you just hear every noise you make at your own table as an ASMR restaurant.
That sounds horrible.
Exactly, but someone will love
Yeah.
it.
Listen to yourself chew.
I mean, those ASMR videos are getting like millions of views, so there is a profit margin to be made there.
No, our podcast is an ASMR podcast, and you're going to put a filter on this, right?
I mean, I can talk this close to the mic if you want me to. If that's what you want.
My problem with that ASMR voice is it always just so moist sounding.
I know. That's why I had to move further back from the mic because it's like you could hear my mouth movements and it just creeped me out.
Yeah.
It's just wet flesh slapping against each other. It throws me off.
Ew.
He isn't wrong.
Well, okay then.
How long have we been going?
This is the end of our podcast.
Is it? How
It
long
is.
was that?
45 minutes.
Podcast is really?
Yeah, the podcast is only 45 minutes. No longer.
Well, let's not say ever.
Well, the first one was 44.2, and then the episode 2, which is no longer episode 2 and never will be released, was, I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I don't care. It ended around 45 minutes as well. So here we are.
So you're leaving time open in our slotting to be like at most an hour-long podcast for whenever we get sponsorships. You got time in the middle to plug those?
Don't tell those people that.
Oh, okay.
They can't know yet. They can't know. We're working for big sponsors. We're going to get them big sponsors. They're going to get beep and beep and beep beep. So,
Oh, yeah.
that'll be later on. But right now.
I was about to drop names, but you're right. We shouldn't be dropping no names.
Right now,
you're not using it in a negative light, then it's fine.
We underfunded, under podcast, and we chilling.
Oh
so,
gosh, in our last podcast, I feel like we did that in our last thing. Whenever we did the Dungeons and Dragons creating podcast, we used to always say, "Please sponsor us."
Oh yeah, please sponsor us. We're broke and desperate for money.
We're all poor. Sponsors, please.
We don't even care if it's porn related.
Sell.
Yeah, we don't care.
Oh, yes, we do.
I'll sell you your dildos. No problem.
Exactly.
Hey!
So.
Feel like they're big and stuff.
I'll just cover my ears at those parts.
Okay.
All right. So closing statements. Eric, go.
Hi. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Okay. Alexis.
What are we? I don't know what you're expecting from me.
Closing statements. Anything. This is your time. Say whatever you want to.
Oh. Everyone be safe.
Blackwell.
My name is Jordan Blackwell, and I'll sell your dildos.
I'm sorry, I should have been laughing. Excuse
Don't let it open the door for that to be the first people who reach out.
What if we make a grand per sponsorship? That means we all get $250.
Certain podcasts that I listen to quite frequently as of late, and their first ever sponsor, I think it wasn't their first ever. It was their first serious sponsor. Was a online sex
Exactly.
They're out there looking for people willing to sell their brand.
Exactly. And then we
But
start
you
rolling
gotta
in
have
the
a
dough.
following before they start
That is also
going and
true.
like offering you a sponsorship.
Well,
So,
I'm just throwing it out there.
yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been episode 2 of I'm Losing My Mind, Associate U. We hope that you enjoyed our rambling, and hopefully this one's way better than the unforeseen episode original 2. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
Boy.